This week on The Rock, we hear all about the crazy weather we've been having this winter season, an inside look onto 3 times a bridesmaid, and the mysterious mannequins that have been appearing around AHS. Stay tuned for more.
Strong, we are the Rock. We'll make the show until we drop. We'll bring you news and we won't tell you lies. Please watch The Rock or we will cry. It's made for students just like you. You're gonna wanna see what we do this week on The Rock. 3, 2, 1, we're live.
Welcome back to The Rock AHS. I'm Lainey.
And I'm Nathan. We have a very special show lined up for you today.
Starting off with a segment that's been in the works for weeks. Okay. Have you heard of the terrible snow at Mount Baker?
Yeah, I've also witnessed the warmer winter we've been having.
Starting off with a segment that's been in the works for weeks, buckle up to hear about El Nino, made by our one and only Nathan Morgan.
In recent past years, Anacortes was seeing consistent levels of snow, sometimes seeing snow as early as November. So why the sudden change? It turns out this change in weather is perfectly normal, and was discovered as a natural phenomenon in the late 1500s. The name this phenomenon goes by is...
So what is El Nino? El Nino, as you might know, is Spanish for the boy. And there's some history to where that name came from. It actually comes from Spanish explorers, early settlers on the west coast of South America noticed this warm ocean current that happened right around Christmas time, usually, and they made this observation a couple years in a row, and so they named it the boy in honor or in recognition of Christmas time, or the little baby Jesus is where the word El Nino comes from. El Nino, as we refer to it today, is actually 1/2 of a cycle that we came to understand is a full, complete cycle. And so it's like the yin and yang. El Nino is the negative warm half, and La Nina is the positive cool half of this cycle that happens.
And basically what it has to do with is the ocean currents. If you think about your body has to have circulation. The blood circulates. If you stopped circulating, you'd stop being. And the Earth is exactly the same. Not only do we see circulation in the atmosphere in terms of weather, but in the water, we're always seeing that circulation taking place in the form of currents. That's really all it boils down to, is every once in a while, there's a shift that either makes our pattern slightly warmer or slightly cooler along the coast.
When we're in a strong El Nino phase, the Pacific Northwest of North America gets this sustained warmer than normal temperatures. Interestingly, usually El Ninos result in low snowpack in the mountains, which is really, really bad for farmers in eastern Washington. But the world record snowfall in the history of Earth was set on Mount Baker during an El Nino year.
So what I'd like to tell people about El Nino and La Nina is that they're guidelines, they're not laws. Weather doesn't follow a script. Again, like we look at trends, we look at data to try and predict what we think will happen. But what we've got going on right now is a very extraordinary circumstance.
So we can't ever say for sure that El Nino is going to result in a low snow year. We just know that statistically it probably will, but every once in a while it'll do the exact opposite, and a big cold air mass will come down and sustain this long, prolonged snowfall.
Last week we had a late start because of snow, and now this weekend will be sunny and up in the high 50s.
Yeah, we've had some weird weather, but some other things have been strange in our school. Have you seen all the mannequin sculptures around campus, Nathan?
Yeah, some of them are a little scary.
Wow, Nathan. Odin and Helen made the segment. Let's hear more about these mysterious sculptures from them.
So the mannequins were made by my sculpture class, 5th, 6th, and 7th. The students that made Spider-Man was Madeline, Thomas, Caden, Shaylin, and Carter. Yes, so these are the artists that made Spider-Man. My inspiration was trying to figure out a unique way to teach students how they can cast things with everyday objects. So I actually went on Pinterest and found that a Christian school had already done this project before. So then I took it as inspiration and then modified it to fit my classroom. And then our mannequins were born, essentially. I would have to say that they were all my favorite, of course, because I loved the work that all my students create. But I think the ones that really stand out is Spider-Man, and then in my classroom we actually have one that's like phasing through the wall. The artist created a spiral and then attached the abdomen of the figure onto the spiral so it looks like he's falling through the wall. So, which was pretty clever, I think.
I guess they're a little less scary now.
They were never scary.
Well, you know what else isn't scary? 3 Times a Bridesmaid. It's a comedic play that everyone needs to watch.
Our very own librarian, Miss McLaughlin, wrote this play. Let's watch the segment made by Juniper and I.
My name is River, and I play as Abby. So, 3 Times a Bridesmaid is a show about a woman named Abby, and she's reenacting all of the wedding craziness that she's experienced as a bridesmaid, which is why it's 3 Times a Bridesmaid, because she's trying to decide whether or not she should just elope with her fiance or have an actual big marriage. So you get to hear about all of her crazy stories and stuff about the 3 weddings.
I'm Willow McLaughlin, and I'm the high school librarian, and then I also wrote the play 3 Times a Bridesmaid, which the drama club is doing this spring. Okay, I started writing this play about 8 or 9 years ago, and it was when I was part of a writing group over at Anacortes Community Theater. So we would bring scenes in each week and then read them out loud to each other. And this one was based on some true stories that people had shared with me about their horrible bridesmaids experiences. And once you start collecting those, everybody's got something. So I just combined them all into 3, and one of them is mostly made up. And then that got turned into a play, and we workshopped it with an audience, and then I took feedback from the audience, made a bunch of changes, and it was actually produced for the first time at Anacortes Community Theater about 7 years ago.
My favorite part of the show so far, probably since it's 2 casts, seeing how each cast does different things. Because like even though it's like the same characters and stuff, it's like different people playing the characters and different people interpreting each character. So there's still like different things in each show, which is why you should go to both casts. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just seeing how like things are both like different and the same and how it works out has been fun. This one is definitely like lead focused. Like the other ones have been like more about like everyone shorter stories, but this is about Abby and her experiences and getting to know her and also everyone else obviously, but really just getting to be with Abby throughout the whole story.
One of my favorite parts about this play is it's the only one I've written that has audience participation, and I've always just thought that was really fun and wanted to do a play where the audience had like got to interact with the actors, so totally destroying the 4th wall right from the beginning, which makes it really scary for the actors because anything could happen. I think that everyone will really enjoy 3 Times a Bridesmaid. It's got a lot of very accessible humor and things that you can think is funny, so you should go see it.
People should come see the show because we've been working really hard on it, and like I said, there's 2, it's double casted, so you get to see how different people do different things, and you want to see both shows with both casts because everyone's so creative and talented. And you get to meet Abby and really get to know her and also get to know everyone else and all of their wackiness and stuff. And maybe you get to be put on stage if you come. Who knows? We open on the 14th through the 16th, and then 21st to the 23rd at 7, no matinees this time. One cast is on even days, the other cast is on the odd days. So come see both.
Catch me front row on opening night. I'm trying to be pulled up on stage.
Come to 3 Times a Bridesmaid. It looks amazing.
Our annual badminton tournament is at 6 p.m. next Monday. Let's watch this promo video I made about it.
I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be
You were emailed a sign-up form by Mr. Andrich. He says it'll be the best event of the year.
Well, before we go, let's take a look at this week's Purple Head Hint.
In order to receive, you must give. That is the anatomy of a riddle.
Well, that's all we have for you today, HS. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to email us at therock@asd103.org or DM us at ahstherock on Instagram. With that, I'm Nathan Morgan.
And I'm Lainey Prue.
And from
our rock to yours, have a great day, AHS.